Hi everyone, welcome to the 13th video in the playlist where we are going to solve the 13th problem from Top Interview 150 list from Leetcode. The name of the problem is product of array except self. Given an array nums, return an array answer such that answer of I is equal to the product of all elements of nums except nums of I. The product is guaranteed to fit in a 32-bit integer. You must write an algorithm that runs in O of n time without using division operation. So given an array, what we want to do is at every index of the array, we want to have the multiplication of all the other elements except itself. So first index will have the multiplication of 2, 3, and 4. The second index will have multiplication of 1, 3, and 4. The third index will have multiplication of 1, 2, and 4. And the last index would have multiplication of 1, 2, 2, and 3. So this is what we want to return. This is nums, and this will be the answer. In the question, they are saying that we are not allowed to use the division operation, which means we are not allowed to multiply all the numbers and then divide it by the corresponding index to get the answer for the problem. So if we don't want to do division here, one interesting property that we should look at is that if we try to do a prefix product and calculate the suffix products, let's see how that look like. So since they are saying that we are not allowed to have the current index included in the product, what we can do is we can skip one, and then from the second index, let's try to calculate the prefix product. So here the prefix product would be 1, which is this one. And then let's try to calculate another prefix product at index 3. This will be 1 cross 2. Remember, we are not including the current element in the prefix product. So here the current element is 3. So for the third index, we are not including current element in the prefix product except for the first one. So in the last element, which is 4, so here the prefix product except 4 would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this will be the prefix product without the number. Now, let's do this. Let's do the same thing, but now from the back of the array. So let's keep 1 as the suffix product. Now for this part, we want to have product of all numbers from the last of array except the current. So this will be 4. For this part, we will have, for the second element, we'll have product of all numbers for the array up till here except 2. So this will be 3x4. And then for the first element, we'll have product of all the element from behind except the element itself. So it will be 2, 3, 4. So 2 cross 3 cross 4. Now, if you pay attention here, if we multiply each element of prefix product with each element of suffix product, what we will get? So this will be 2 times 3 times 4 times 1, which is 2 times 3 times 4, because multiplication with 1 will get you the same value. Now we have, for the second element, we'll have 1 times 3 times 4, so 1 times 3 times 4. For the third element, we'll have 1 times 2 times 4, which is 1 times 2 times 4. And for the final value, we have 1 times 2 times 3, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 1, which is this only. So this problem, if we want to solve without division, what we need to do is we need to first calculate the prefix products except the current element, and then multiply it with the suffix product. And this will give us the final answer array, which will have the required solution. So let's try to write code for this. So let's create a new array to store the prefix products. So let's call it result, and this will be nums dot length of size. Let's set the value of first element to be 1, because multiplication with 1 is always same, and we also want to skip this. Now for every element continuing in the prefix product, we want to multiply it with the running product coming from the last element. So let's try to iterate from the first element. So we iterate from the first element, and then we go to the last I less than res dot length I plus plus. And here for every element in result, what we are doing is we are multiplying the last element of nums with the last element of result. So this will give us the prefix product array, where we want the product of all the elements except itself. So we are multiplying the last element from prefix and the last element from nums. So in order to get 1, 2, 3, we are multiplying 1 times 2 with 3 in the original array to get the next one. This is how we'll build up the prefix array. Now we don't have to create 2 different arrays to store prefix and suffix products. We can just do it in one array, but we can do it in 2 passes. So now let's work on the suffix part of the problem. So for the suffix part, we are going to set the multiplier to the last element of nums, and then we want to start filling it from the second last element. So for int I equal to nums dot length minus 2, and we want to go till the 0th index. So I is greater than equal to 0 and I minus minus. Now for every result of I, what we want to do is, since we are starting from the second last element here, we want to multiply whatever value we have in the result of I with the running suffix product coming from the right hand side. So this will be result of I times our multiplier. And now we also update our multiplier. So first time the multiplier in this case for suffix product would be 4. The second time it will be 3 cross 4. The third time it will be 2 plus 3 cross 4. This is how we are going to do it in the same iteration. Finally, when this has executed, we are going to return the result array. So this code looks good to me. Let's try running this and see if we are able to pass the test cases. We are able to pass the test cases, both of them. Yeah. Now let's see if we are able to submit the solution, get an accepted result. So we are able to get the solution accepted. All the test cases are passing, and we are done. So in this video, we solved the problem product of array except cell. This is the 13th problem in the list of interview 150. In the next video, we are going to be solving the 14th problem from this list.